Hello and welcome, Royal fans, to tonight's conference matchup between the 14-1-0 HSC Royals and the 10-0-3 Noblesville Millers. My name is Lee Cook alongside my good friend Nate Capek, and we are so excited to have you all here tonight. Nate, as for the Royals, what can you expect from them tonight?
Well, we can expect them to play to their full potential, as this is going to be, obviously this is the last game of the season, but this is easily one of their toughest tests all year, and it continuously is when they play Noblesville, as especially with tonight, since the Hoosier Crossroads Conference Championship is on the line. As I do have three keys to victory. The first one is going to be to handle the emotions, because obviously there's a lot on the line tonight. This is last game of the season. You want to end with a strong win before going into sectional week. You've also got the conference championship on the line, as that can add some added tension. And then the second key is going to be to create the early chances, because you want to get on the board first. You're going to want to dictate the tempo for how this game goes, especially within the first 10 to 20 minutes. And then the third and final key is going to be to control the possession, as if the Lady Royals can do that, they can at least limit the amount of chances the Millers could create with if they can control the possession. If they can have, I would assume, maybe about 60%, you can at least control majority of the game there.
And as we have seen from previous games, the Royals' back line has been exceptionally strong this year. And as for Noblesville, they're probably the Royals' toughest competition this year. And as the two teams being in the same conference, as you said, this will be an exceptionally good game.
Yeah, as this is going to be, according to Max Preps, the HSC is the #1 team in the country and in the state. Granted, not all teams or not all states have high school soccer that plays during the fall season. Some play during the spring. But to be #1 in the nation is pretty strong, and Noblesville is not too far behind them, as they're second in the country and also #3 in the nation, according to Max Preps. So this will be one of the best games to obviously watch throughout even the season that you could watch nationally.
And as we get ready for kickoff, we'd like to give a quick shout out to Sky Zone and Fishers, as Southeastern Sports Network is made possible by Sky Zone and Fishers this year. Come in and fly with them this fall. Sky Zone and Fishers is off 121st Street, reminding you to have fun and fly safe. A big shout out to Sky Zone, who is sponsoring every broadcast for all 3 sports seasons this year for SSN. And as we get ready for kickoff, that is all we have for you until kickoff on SSN.
Rollers are coached by Mike Brady. And now get on your feet, Royals fans. Here are the starters for your Royals. Number 4, Bella Bankovic. Number 9, Layla Brown. Number 10, Maddie Belliver. Number 11, Olivia Smith. Number 12, Emily Ellis. Number 13, Madison Hoyda. Number 15, Ava Marcourt. Number 19, Izzy Wallace. Number 20, Bree Strauss. Number 22, Izzy Johnson. And guarding the goal for your Royals, 00, Abby Jenkins. The Royals are coached by Greg Davidson, assisted by Michael Bratcher and Alyssa Minnick. The managers for the Royals are Natalie McLeish and Sarah Verde. Tonight's referees are Joe Gray, Brett Heald, and Eric Hench. To honor America and the brave men and women who have served, some making the ultimate sacrifice, as well as those who are serving today, we kindly ask you to please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. Rock and roll, rock and roll, let's go! I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a
And we come back to you live here on Southeastern Sports Network as we are getting ready for the kickoff of tonight's matchup.
And we are officially underway with the Millers obviously kicking off, but they give possession away immediately to the Royals. Ball played up line up to Lydia. She just couldn't keep it in play right there. Excuse me, Layla, not Lydia.
Noblesville regains possession here as they are driving it up the center of the field. Emily Ellis on defense, and she makes a very good play there.
Fantastic work to just keep the attacker in front of her, not bite on any simple move that she tries to do, and was able to win possession back there. As the Royals now have it thrown up towards the attacking third. Let's see what they can do off of this. As Olivia Smith seems to slip on the throw-in, but she's able to just keep possession.
Noblesville drives it up the far side, looking for opportunities for a pass. She gets it up the center, and it is played well back to the center of the field.
Wallace dribbling up line, seeing she's able to get past the defender, and now it's through on goal. Looking for options. Tries to take it herself, but takes just too much of a touch right there. It was waited too much, and it was an easy step in for the Noblesville defender right there.
Noblesville looking for an opportunity to attack here. As they get it up the near side. Isabel Johnson on the defense, and they pass it in towards, and goalkeeper Abby Jenkins will make a clear, very well put catch.
Yeah, it wasn't too hard for them right there. They were able to force the ball back, trying to force Noblesville to recreate that chance, and then that cross just went straight into Abby Jenkins. That was going to be too easy any day of the week. Walsh with good work to keep the possession, but just overhits the ball. This is most likely a miscommunication between her and Layla.
Noblesville has a throw in here, and the Royals regain possession.
Good turn right there by Maddie Belliver. Is able to just keep enough space, able to get that pass off, but it's just overhit for Layla Brown as Noblesville will look to build out of this.
Emily Ellis back to Isabel Johnson, who looks for a pass up towards Layla Brown, and it's just too far overhead.
We got a free kick here as it's going to be Bree Straw standing over as she's going to hit long ball in, looking for someone. Still a chance here, headed back in, but it looks like it's going to be whistled as a foul by the referee. Noblesville plays long, looking up for number 13, Chatterton. Can't fully find her as Johnson's able to clear it out of the way and up to Brown as the Royals look to build off for a counterattack here.
Brown looking towards the center of the field, up towards Izzy Wallace.
Fantastic pass to Wallace as she still has it on her foot with the shot, and
what
it's a goal.
Great shot by Izzy Wallace there.
That is a fantastic ball by Layla Brown, to not to hit it too far, but just to drop it over that back line for an on-running Wallace. And she's able to at least control with her weak foot and then just keep it in front of her to get past the defender with a fantastic shot towards the keeper's far post to make it 1-0 for the Lady Royals. That is a fantastic start that you wanted just only 6 minutes into this game. As number 21, Mascarum James checks in for the Millers.
Into the game, the Millers,
for number 6, Carly Hudnall.
The Royals already back on the aggression here.
As Wallace finds Brown. Brown looking for more options, plays back to Wallace. He's able to just get past one, hits a shot, and it's fantastic save there right by Sarah Kyle, as it could have been Wallace's second within only about 20 seconds. But it will be a corner kick for the Royals, as it appears that
Maddie Belliver will have the corner kick, yes.
Belliver. As the ball's played in, looking to find somebody that's going to end up, as the Royals are going to recycle here, try and create a different option. Ball played into Wallace, gets by one, able to keep possession, plays it back to Marcourt, goes for the shot, and it's going to be easily saved there by Kyle. Ellis with a fantastic header, play it up, can nearly recreate possession for the Royals. Ball played along up to Chatterton, but it's easily defended out there right by number 13, Madison Hoyta.
Noblesville will pass it back to midfield, looking for passing opportunities. They get it up to number 5, Ava Bramblett.
Yeah, good work there by Isabel Johnson, not just stay and keep in front, force her to go towards the out-of-bounds line, or the sideline. And it led to another Royals throw-in as they look to break out of it here, with Layla Brown looking long.
Gets it up towards Izzy Wallace once again on the left side.
Who left it for Marcourt, looking for an opportunity, but it looks like it will be, yes, a corner kick.
Corner for your Royals.
Looks like Maddie Belliver will be on the corner kick once again. Couldn't get a shot off last time they had a corner kick, but look for better opportunities. Actually passes it short up to Bella Bankovic, who will take a shot.
That was a fantastic play. Yeah, it looked like she was offsides, though, according to the side ref, but that was a good find, at least towards the back post, but it wouldn't have mattered as Wallace was offsides in that scenario. Those are going to cycle possession here around their back line. They've got to at least try and get a chance here within, I would assume, the next 5 minutes, as it's been all the Lady Royals so far, dominating this game so far. As it's going to be cleared out by Hoyta for a Noblesville throw-in, but they're right by the 18. They could get a dangerous opportunity out of this, as number 9, Isabella Griffey, and number 6, Carly Hudnall will check in for the Millers.
Carly Hudnall.
Coming out will be number 5, Ava Bramblett, and it looks like number 19, Elena Chatterton.
It's a decent opportunity there for the Millers. They tried to just create a shot, but was hit out of play by Hoppin Gardner, number 8. She looked for the shot to just try and get it on net, but it went wide. It will be a goal kick for Abby Jenkins. Very dangerous there by Jenkins, waiting until that defender came in to clear it, but looks like it could lead to a big opportunity as the Royals have a bit of an advantage here, but Brown just loses it there in the middle, as Noblesville will look to counter here.
Noblesville will have another throw in from the far side.
Clear up and out. It's going to find the foot of Wallace, who looked for Marquardt, as Marquardt is able to keep it in as Bankovic clears upfield. As it looks like we had a bit of a miscommunication there. The ref originally signaled that it was a Royals free kick, but indeed it in fact was a Miller's free kick, as they'll have a decent opportunity here with the ball just outside of the attacking third, maybe get a ball in. So maybe look for one of their better chances of the game to see if they could get their first shot on target. Ball played in, they couldn't find anyone. Now they'll look to recycle. Second ball played in, but is cleared by Emily Ellis. As Brown has a lot of space here if she can get past one defender. Sort of does,
She
and
gets
that ball's played in behind, but Wallace was streaking towards the middle, and Brown played that ball behind Wallace, as it's going to be easily collected for the goalkeeper. Long moving punt, but another header won by Emily Ellis. She's been, despite the size difference between her and Anderson, she's been dictating a lot of the play for the Royals in the midfield.
Great header there by Isabel Johnson to get it back over to Bella Bankovic.
As the Millers are going to look to counter here. James is going to look to just try and create some open space. Looks for Griffey, but again, it's going to be stopped by Emily Ellis.
Oh.
And that's going to be, yep. Looks like Tasky for Noblesville went straight into the back of Layla Brown right there, as it will be a free kick for the Royals. to Griffey. He's going to look for a ball in behind to Chatterton. Chatterton finds Griffey. Back into Chatterton, who just took too big of a touch right there as Ellis was able to stop it again. Wallace with a good job there to win it back defensively as the Royals are going to look to push on the counter here with Brown. As the referee's going to go back to the foul that was on Brooke Hines, as he did wait for the advantage, but the Royals will have a decent chance here to get a ball in and maybe look to get another goal off of this. As it will be Isabel Johnson standing over this for the free kick. There's a long ball in, does not fall to anyone though. But it will end up being another throw-in for the Lady Royals. Olivia Smith, they're doing a decent job to just get away from the pressure, but she just couldn't find the foot of Wallace there. Ball played wide out to Chatterton.
Chatterton loses control there, and the Royals will get a pretty good clear there as Layla kicks it up to keep it on the attack, and Maddie Belliver's coming up fast on the close side to regain possession.
Great combination play right there by Ellis and Marcourt. Up on the wing as Smith is looking for options, plays back into Marcourt, who's got a lot of space in front of her. Plays the ball in behind to Wallace as it looks like it's just going to go out of bounds. As we do have some substitutions checking in. Number 5, Ava Bramblett, and number 19, Elena Chatterton will check in for number 13, Jenna Chatterton, and appears number 8, JC Hoppinger. Hoopengarner.
Emily Ellis with another great header there. She has been doing that all night long, only halfway through the first half.
Millers will look to break out of this here with Anderson dribbling up towards goal. That was a big, strong challenge right there. As it looks like it's going to be Alana Chatterton taking this for the Millers. Still a decent ways out. I don't know if she will think about the shot here, but this is easily 30 yards out. As it's cleared up field by the Lady Royals. Last second diversion there as Ava Marcourt checked right into the last second into the wall, and it ended up going off of her instead of maybe sneaking in behind for a chance for the Millers, but Royals will look to break out of this here.
Get up close to Maddie Belliver in the center of the field. Passes up towards Smith, looking for Marcourt on the outside.
She's able to keep it in play. As yes, it did take a touch off the Noblesville defender, and it will be a corner kick. And we have a substitution checking in with number 3, Ashlyn Freeman, for number 9, Layla Brown.
And as we have a break in the action, a big thanks again to Sky Zone and Fishers for their sponsorship with Southeastern Sports Network this year.
As the corner kick comes in, ends up going towards the near post as it flicked on to the back post for Izzy Wallace, but she just couldn't get enough of a clean touch on it. As we do have substitutions checking back in, it's going to be number 13, Jenna Chatterton, and number 8, JC Hoopengarner.
Number 14, Sydney Anderson is coming out, along with number 21, Mescarum James. Marcourt driving it up the side once again, getting it into the center of the field with Ashlyn Freeman, and she can just not get there to it in time.
Yeah, she looked for that ball in behind a Belliver, but just took too many touches and it was easily stopped right there by a Noblesville defender. As Chatterton looks to play a ball in behind, but is easily stopped right there by number 20, Bree Strauss. Looking for the opportunity here as Griffey is driving towards goal with the shot, but it is easily
Excellent save by Abby Jenkins.
She didn't have to move too much far to it, but it was still clinical and fundamental save right there by Jenkins as she goes for the quick distribution up the field. And it will be another throw-in for the Lady Royals as they'll look to push up for another goal, possibly before 15-minute mark. Ball playing to Smith with a fantastic turn, but just can't get it over that back line to Maddie Belliver for a possible cross opportunity. But Chatterton just looking to create space there. She's able to get the pass off now. Bramblett is going to find Taskey in the middle.
Thrown here for the Millers as they get it up on the far side. As Taskey clears it. Looks like it'll be a throw-in for the Royals now. Mankiewicz back to Bree Strauss as they are just passing it around the back line as Isabel Johnson loses control of it. That'll be a throw-in for the Millers as Emma Potter gets it into Chatterton.
Fantastic work right there by Belliver to keep possession while she had the defender all over her. Ball's played up to Wallace as she'll look to break out on the counter, but she's looking for options.
Finds Ava Marcourt, who looks to get it up to Ashlyn Freeman.
As
Smith.
just couldn't get that ball into space for Smith right there, as could have been an opportunity there for the Royals. Good work by Belliver and Ellis to at least get the ball off of Chatterton's foot right there, as Ashlyn Freeman's going to be breaking upfield, looking for a cross opportunity here. As she gets a ball in, but it does end up falling to Wallace. Looks for the option to Olivia Smith, but as the Royals will still regain possession, with Bankovich playing a ball in, trying to find Wallace. As that's going to be a foul on Izzy Wallace right there, and a free kick for the Millers, who look to play quickly up to Chatterton. Fantastic turn right there by Isabella Griffey as she looks to get the shot up, but it's just going to sail over the net. As we have some substitutions, as checking in for the Millers, it'll be number 14, Sydney Anderson, and for the Royals, number 5, Ella Wolf, number 25, Meredith Webster, and number 7, Molly Harris.
And number 25, Meredith Webster.
Webster's just able to flick it past one defender, but that touch does take her out of bounds for a Miller's throw-in.
Emma Potter on the throw-in here for the Millers. This pass is just short onto the header, which will go out of bounds for a Royals throw-in.
Yeah, Anderson, I would assume, was looking for the flick onto Chatterton there to try and create a possible chance, as that recent shot by Griffey's only been probably one of the more notable chances the Millers have had, while the Royals still have that 1-goal lead.
Oh, she's offside.
As it's going to be offsides right there by Sydney Anderson, as she was in an offsides position but came back on right after that ball was played. Strauss will hit the ball in long, trying to find somebody, but it ends up finding the foot of Chatterton, who has got a lot of green grass ahead of her. Just gets by one, looking for the shot, but Ellis is able to run it down and kick it off of Chatterton there, as it will be another goal kick.
Great play by Emily Ellis there, as Chatterton had a lot of green in front of her, and she just kicks it out, stopping the fast break opportunity.
Yeah, if she maybe, before Ellis came in, if she maybe got one more touch, she could have had easily the Millers' first goal of the game right there, as that could have been the best chance for them so far, as it will be Jenkins on the goal kick.
Wolf with a touch pass to Johnson, who gets it up to Meredith Webster.
Webster gets by one, looking for the ball in behind to Freeman, but Freeman's almost able to win it back, but it will be a Royals throw-in in the attacking third. Ball is played in, but just a bit of a miscommunication there as it went between Harris and Wallace, as they couldn't find one of them. Wallace with good defensive work to win it back. Looks for the shot and almost gets it past the goalkeeper there for the Millers, but
very easy save for Kyle there, as she Kicks it up, and the Royals back line will take possession once again.
Fantastic move right there by Webster, but it may have looked like she got fouled there, but referee does not call it as Anderson will look to break on the counter, but good defending there by Bree Strauss.
Great effort there by Brita. Attempt to keep it in play, but it will be a throw-in for Emma Potter once again. She gets it up to Chatterton in the corner.
As Wolf knocks it out, it'll be another throw-in for the Millers. Quick move right there by Bramblett. She almost got the shot off, but it was eventually blocked and cleared out by the Lady Royals.
Smith gets it up far and is just intercepted by the
Just a little
defense.
underhit as that almost got past the back line, and it could have been Izzy Wallace's second goal of the game.
See Millers drive it up the far side, looking for an opportunity to tie it
Chatterton
up.
by one, and that's a fantastic ball to no one, though, as it does end up finding Bramblett a little bit behind her.
Just an
But
easy save for
yeah, still a decent
goalkeeper.
opportunity right there with Chatterton getting by one defender and looking for a fantastic ball that's played back into the center of the 18 right there. As if you have somebody in that area of the box, you might be able to get an easy chance right there. But
Smith gets it up to looking for it, Izzy Wallace. And it's just too far overhead.
you can kind of sense how the Royals are playing a little bit of a direct sort of play where they're just looking for Wallace in behind, because they can notice the lack of speed between the lack of difference in speed, between Wallace, who's obviously gotten in behind a few times already, and the Millers back line, as they're going to continue looking for that ball. Bramblett looking for an opportunity to get a ball in, as it will be cleared out by Johnson. As we do have substitutions that check in here, we have number 9, Isabella Griffey, number 2 for the Lady Royals, Ashlyn Wilson, and number 17, Lauren Ellinger.
And as we come to another break, we would like to remind you that Southeastern Sports Network is made possible this year by Sky Zone and Fishers off 121st Street. Check out their hours at skyzone.com/Fishers.
Yep, Anderson gets by one and just missed a little bit there, as it looked like Jenkins faded away from her near post there, but it was just she was able to just recover back to her near post and make that save. Ball up to Anderson. She's looking for opportunities. Goes for a shot. It looked like it took a bit of a deflection. Kind of caught Jenkins stumbling there, but still she's able to easily collect.
Royals on the attack once again as
Looks like
Ellinger
Molly.
gets it up to Molly Harris, who loses possession.
Chatterton looking for the ball's playing behind. Is it? Yep, it is finished.
Great play by
Yeah, that's just a fundamental counterattack right there by the Millers, as they're able to find Chatterton in the middle as she broke right in between the two center backs for that run, diverting run right there, as it was easy, a simple tap in right there. As it's going to be number 24, Emma Dalton, checking in for the Lady Royals for number 22, Izzy Johnson.
Into the game for the Royals, number 24, Emma
And
Dalton.
Number 21, Mascarum James will check in for the Millers for the goal scorer, number 13, Jenna Chatterton.
Into the game for the Millers, number 21, Mascarum James.
Ball played in, but it's going to be simply collected by Jenkins.
Jenkins with the kick, looking for Ellinger, goes up to Webster, who gets it.
Looking in behind, almost ends up finding Wilson. It will be Royals throwing right there. Or no, it will be Miller's throwing. Maybe it took a last second touch before it went on the play. Dolan's able to clear it out of play for another Miller's throw, and as they'll look to push for another chance here. Knowing that they've had the momentum after getting that goal from Chatterton, they'll look to close that strong in the second half. As that shot will sail over for a goal kick.
Jenkins with the goal kick here. Looking up towards Wolf. She gets it up towards Ellinger. The far side to Molly Harris.
Harris is able to keep him in play, but does lose it right there to the defender. As it will be a Miller's throw-in.
Millers look to stay on the attack here, is coming up the far side.
Finds Griffin in the middle, but it's a fantastic block. Still another chance.
Great play by Bree Strauss there, too.
Yeah, that was a good ball in by James to find Griffey, who was able to get two decent chances off of it, but Jenkins is able to collect there.
2 minutes, 2.
As we are reaching the final 2 minutes of the first half, Noblesville will look to get a great opportunity, and that just goes just over the crossbar.
Back into the game for your Royals, number 13, Madison Hoyda.
Number 13, Madison Hoyda checks in for number 5, Ella Wolf.
Good work right there by Ellinger to keep it in play as Freeman's going to look to get in behind. As as number 5, Ella Wolf will check back in for number 4, Bella Bankovic. And we have another corner kick here for the Royals. Excuse me, it was a throw-in. Freeman with the ball in, just trying to find someone. Almost falls to somebody at the top of the 18, but it will be sent back in by Bree Strauss.
10,
Who
9,
finds Wilson,
8,
but
7,
loses possession to Griffey.
5, 4,
As it will be stopped right here and cleared back upfield.
1.
And that will take us
Yep.
to the end of the first half. As we come to the end of the first half here, we'd like to remind you that Southeastern Sports Network is made possible by Sky Zone and Fishers this year. Come in and fly with them this fall. Sky Zone and Fishers off of 121st Street, reminding you to have fun and fly safe. A big shout out to Sky Zone, who is sponsoring every broadcast for all 3 sports seasons this year for SSN. And we are back here on Southeastern Sports Network. Just about a minute left until the second half. And Nate, what would you say the pros and cons are here for Noblesville and HSC?
Well, I mean, I would say the first 20 minutes was definitely a pro for the Royals, as they dictated play right from the get-go. Obviously, you got the early goal from Wallace within the first 6 minutes, but after that first 20, it seemed like it was a little bit stagnant in that next 10 minutes, and then towards the last 10 minutes of the half, Noblesville started control. You could somewhat sense that a goal was coming. They created okay chances here and there, but then obviously they had the one counterattack with Chatterton to put it away, as that obviously changed the halftime talk in the locker room for both teams. So we'll just see how both teams open up, and whoever opens up the strongest, I believe, could probably win this game and end up walking away with the Hoosier Crossroads Conference title.
And as you said, with the Royals coming out so strong in the beginning, and now as we're at halftime and it is tied 1-1, this game could pretty much go either way, as other than the Chatterton goal, the Royals defense back line has been playing exceptionally well.
Yeah, they haven't forced Jenkins to do too much so far. She's made simple saves here and there, except for obviously there was the one Chatterton goal that basically broke the game open. But we'll see what happens with the second half coming up.
And as we begin the second half, we would like to remind you that Southeastern Sports Network is made possible by Sky Zone in Fishers this year. Come in and fly with them this fall. Sky Zone in Fishers is off 121st Street, reminding you to have fun and fly safe. Big shout out to Sky Zone, who is sponsoring every broadcast for all 3 sports seasons this year for SSN.
As the Royals will kick off to start off with this half. Ball played in long, looking for Wallace as she's able to get on the end of it with the shot, and it just sails over the bar, as that could have been a fantastic chance within only the first 20 seconds of the half. As that ball dropped in perfectly for Wallace right there. She just got the touch over the bar. But it will be a goal kick for the Millers.
Just like as we said, coming out of the gate, at the beginning of the game, the Royals are already on the aggression once again.
As Elsa's going to clear up field looking for Layla Brown. So will be knocked out for a throw-in. Throw-in comes into Smith, who's just looking to create some space, but finds Bankovic out wide. Bankovic plays into Wallace, who's able to just flick on for Marquardt, but she couldn't get enough of a clean touch on it. She is able to win it back and just couldn't find anybody in the middle of the park right there.
Noblesville with a good clear there, as they were on the aggression coming up, and Royals regain possession back to the center of the field with Olivia Smith.
Yeah, just like that first half, they were looking to play more direct into Wallace, noticing the difference in the speeds between the center backs of Noblesville and Wallace, who's obviously known for her speed and being able to finish strongly when she gets in front of goal, as they've already opened up this half looking to play direct into her. As it's going to be clear lawn by Madison Hoyda up into Olivia Smith. As it will be whistled for a foul right there. As it'll be a free kick for the Royals as they'll look to play quickly up to Bankovic. Bankovic looking in behind for Wallace. Just couldn't win it back, but Marquardt wins it back defensively up into Brown, but just couldn't get enough of a clean touch on it, as the Millers will look to break here.
Brown comes around the center of the field, looking for a corner pass to Wallace as she uses her exceptional speed to make it there and keep it in play, as she is well defended.
Maybe could have been blown a whistle right there, but I just don't know if the center ref had a good look at it to blow a foul right there, right near the end line.
Bree Strauss on the defense here as the Millers go up the near side, passing it into the center. And the shot just sails over the goal.
As it will be a goal kick here for Abby Jenkins. Good work right there by Smith as she hits it long up into Wallace.
And the ball goes out of play with Wallace with a throw in here. She gets it quick up to Maddie Belliver.
Ball comes in as just couldn't find anyone. It couldn't even fall to either of the two Royals right there to just maybe get a quick shot off. As the Millers will look to break out on the counter. Chatterton looking to create space. Plays it back into Anderson. Good defending, though, by Ellis.
The Millers will recycle back out towards midfield, and once they get it up to the corner, once again with Ava Bramblett, looking for a shot, and that
just
will go
sailed wide.
just past the goal. Ball is played towards midfield as the Millers continue on their aggression as they have been throughout the second half. As Maddie Belliver works to regain possession.
But it is whistled for a foul right there. Millers could look for this drop-off pass to Emma Potter in the middle, possibly here. And they don't, but they'll play in long as it will sail over the goal. As number 19, Alana Chatterton, will check in for the Millers for number 8, JC Hoopengarner. Griffey driving forward towards the goal, as it will be cleared up by Hoyda, but another throw in here for the Millers as they've easily controlled the second half so far. Griffey driving towards goal. Shot is deflected, though, by a Royals defender. As Chatterton will let it run out of play for a corner kick. As it appears that number 6, Carly Hudnall, will stand over this one. ball comes in. Jenkins just gets enough of a touch out, and it will be cleared away by the Royals. Brown looking to start a counterattack here, tries to play in long to Wallace.
And it goes back to Isabel Johnson, who gets it right back up to Izzy Wallace, as that will go out of bounds for a Miller's throw-in.
Yeah, just a miscommunication by her and Belliver right there, as she thought Belliver was going to check up line to assist with the receiving there, but still will end up being right here for a throw-in for the Lady Royals.
Ooh.
Dangerous opportunity there. Struss decided to take a touch off of that headed ball back from Bankovic, but it is going to end up being another goal kick for Abby Jenkins. As it's going to be hit upfield. Ellis is going to bring it down, and she has Chatterton all over her. And the ref will blow back to the foul that was committed by Chatterton.
Bankovic gets it up to Izzy Wallace with a great turn there. Driving up the center, looking for another shot opportunity.
Goes for it, just sails wide. You could tell she was looking for the shot once she got past that one defender, and then was able to just set it up for what she thought was going to be a good shot, but just sailed wide. As the goal kick ends up going short, Brown looking for an opportunity. Just doing enough to keep possession. Couldn't find Marquardt. She still has it. Thought Wallace was going to make that run in behind right there, but she didn't make that run, and it's going to be simply picked up for the goalkeeper.
Almost looked like Marquardt could have gotten to it there in time for the shot off the left side, but just miscommunication all around.
As it is called offsides right here by the assistant referee on the far side. Excuse me, on the near side. As it will be Johnson standing over this free kick.
Smith with great ball control there. She gets it up to Brown, who is looking for an opportunity with
Just
Izzy.
Split it, but it finds the foot of Belliver. She's able to keep it on her foot, and it just missed.
Belliver looked to sneak it in there in the top left corner and is just overshot it.
Yeah, she somehow kept it on her foot right there after it looked like the defender maybe got the ball right as she was at the 18, but still a quality opportunity. It's probably been the best chance from either side so far.
And we do have subs coming in here for the Millers. Number 8, J.C. Hoopengarner, and number 21, Meskerim James coming in for number 13, Jenna Chatterton, and number 14, Sydney Anderson.
Ball may stay in bounds right here from Marquardt. No, it's going to just roll out of play for another goal kick. Smith with good control right there to at least open up play. Up into Brown.
Millers have an easy clear there.
Bit of a miscommunication as Belliver's going to pick up the ball here. Looking upfield, she's just going to be able to find Brown, who tries to keep it in, but it will go out of play. Ball played up into Marquardt. Has a defender right on her. Is able to play the drop though to Bankovic, who just couldn't find.
Great header there by Bree Strauss, who gets it up towards the center.
Yeah, it looked like Bankovic kind of got nicked up a little bit as she took a bit of a hit there as she went in for that 50-50. She will have to come out of play as she's obviously got a noticeable limp. Maybe took a shot to the knee, but it will be Ella Wolf that checks in. And number 13, Jenna Chatterton, will also check in for the Millers. Strauss is going to hit a long free kick. Just short of Wallace, as they call. Maybe a push in the back right there by Wallace. She obviously doesn't think so, but it will be free kick now for the Millers.
Miller's looking for a shot opportunity here as
Chatterton dribbles in.
Surrounded by blue jerseys and
Will be
Belliver.
knocked out though by Belliver.
Back into the game for the Millers, number 14, Sydney Anderson.
And number 14, Sydney Anderson, will come in for the Millers for, looks like, number 9, Isabel Griffey.
Good work right there by Smith to help close in on the double team and able to win the ball back as Brown will look to break out for a counterattack.
Brown using her speed to her advantage, coming up the far side.
Cuts inside looking to create something.
Looking for a center up to Wallace, surrounded by white jerseys, and it is deflected off the defender.
Decent look right there by Ellis, but just couldn't get it on frame to maybe force the keeper to maybe parry it out to the outside for a simple tap in for the Royals. But Royals are starting to maintain more of a grip on the second half, and they might look to get their opportunity here very soon. As the free kick comes in.
Very good free kick, but just over the head of all Noblesville attackers, and Abby Jenkins will come in, swoop it
Anderson
up.
looked for a flick on to the runner right there for Noblesville, but Jenkins will easily clear it out of play.
Easy clear for the Noblesville defense, as it'll be a throw-in for Isabel Johnson, who gets it into Emily Ellis.
Brown gets by one, finds the foot of Smith.
Looking for a cross-up
behind,
to Wallace.
but she is offsides. It's a good weighted ball to beat that back line from a very short distance right there, but Wallace was offsides. As the goalie will take the kick, and again, it's another header won by Ellis. So the Royals will have an opportunity here with a throw in near the attacking third.
We go right back to another throw-in with Ella Wolf, who will try to get it. And it comes right back to her. As the ball goes right through the referee's legs. And it'll be cleared out for what looks like a goal kick.
Yeah, let's look for a decent shooting opportunity there, but just couldn't get enough of a clean hit on it, as number 5, Ava Bramblett, will check in for number 21, Miss Scarum James.
Back into the game for the Millers, number 5, Ava Bramlett.
Ends up finding the foot of Wolf, as she almost got that. She almost got through right there, but will
Strauss
be
looks
knocked back
to,
play.
yeah.
As that ball will sail out of play, it will be a Royals throw in with, it appears that number 2, Wilson right here. Ashley Wilson will check in for number 9, Layla Brown. As it's going to be knocked out of play by Chatterton.
Wolf will have a throw in here for the Royals as she looks to get it up the near side. Great defense there by.
Yep. Ref was just looking to play advantage there, as it looked like as Bree Strauss made that pass, she got a bit of a nick from number 14, Sydney Anderson. As it will be another free kick here at midfield for the Royals, as Ella Wolf stands over the kick.
Gets it up the far side to Ashley Wilson. Now Smith will take control of it. Getting it up to Belliver in the corner. Royals regain. Nope.
Strauss with a fantastic cover right there. As if that ball got through, the Millers could have easily had a one-on-one opportunity to score, to possibly take the lead in this game.
And the ball will roll back to Abby Jenkins, who will just be a goal kick here. She launches it up the near side.
Finds the foot of Wilson in the middle. Looks to just get it past Belliver. Play it for Belliver in behind, but just couldn't get that to work right there. Finds Marcourt right there, who's able to play into Ellis. Wolf now looking long. Wilson just couldn't get enough of a clean touch on it, but Smith is able to win it there, and she couldn't play that ball in behind.
Ball goes back out to Belliver, who looks to center it back inside, and Wilson just could not get a clean touch on that as she was surrounded by two white jerseys.
As that'll fade, it looks like the keeper kept it in, so she'll be able to play with her hands here instead of forcing it to be a goal kick. As it's going to be cleared out of play, we'll have two substitutions with number 7 Molly Harris and number 9 Isabella Griffey checking in for separate teams.
Into the game for the Millers, number 9 Isabella Griffey.
Harris coming in for number 10, Maddie Belliver, and it looks like
number 14, I believe, Anderson. Yep. As Harris is able to win it right there, finds Smith.
looking for passing opportunities.
But she loses the ball right there.
Could not find one.
Yeah, she didn't have a lot of opportunities checking to her. The only option she may have had was Harris, who was already checking back out wide. As that ball will sail out of play for another goal kick.
It looks like number 9, Layla Brown, will check back in for number 2, Ashley Wilson.
Harris is able to win it back here. She plays long, trying to find one of the two forwards up top, but it will just sail to the goalkeeper.
Throw in for the Millers here on the far side. So they work it around. And great play there by Molly Harris Emily Ellis to intercept that when she gets it up to Ella Wolf. Great move. Leaves it for Smith.
As Harris wide open out there. Nice little fake to catch the defender off guard. But took a shot, just couldn't find anybody right there as they'll look to recycle here.
Strauss gets it over to Isabel Johnson, who
looked for Brown right there, but just couldn't find her.
Wolf gets it up to Ava Marcourt.
As Chatterton looks like she could be through here on the wing. Have Griffey sitting there, and it's gonna just sail wide. She couldn't get a clean first touch shot right there.
Great play by Bree Strauss to get a foot on it to just knock off the centering shot, which will sail over the goal. As we have number 14, Sydney Anderson, coming in for number 8, JC Hoopengarner. And as we have another break, we would like to have a big thanks again to Sky Zone and Fishers for their sponsorship of Southeastern Sports Network this year.
As the goal kick comes in from Jenkins, it's won by Anderson, but Hoyta will clear it back up into the middle. Smith finds Brown. Brown driving at the defender, gets by second right there. She's got an option out wide in Marcourt, finds Wallace in the middle.
Great turn, and there's just too many Noblesville defenders there for her to sneak a shot in. So the header will go back to Harris, who drives it up the far side.
Finds the foot of Brown. Still in the box here, bouncing around, but it almost fell for the Royals as Brown got a decent chance right there. And then it also fell to Marcourt, who just couldn't get enough of a clean hit on it. Strauss will clear it up, but none of the strikers pushed up there to possibly force something to get into the net, as it'll be easily picked up by the goalkeeper.
Looks like the refs went with a Noblesville throw-in, as I thought that one went off the Noblesville defender, but...
Yeah, I thought as well, but he obviously has a better view.
So you get up to Wallace, looking for a shot opportunity.
As it appears that she is offsides. Oh no, she obviously looked like she maybe came in from behind to receive that ball, but
as we have about 8:30 left in the second half, we have not seen a goal since the first half.
You would assume that if either team gets a goal here, it could be the game winner.
As both defenses are playing very well tonight.
As that ball's going to get through for Alana Chatterton, and she's going to play it in behind. Dangerous ball in there, as it could have fallen for Bramblett, but Emily Ellis clears it out, as it will be a corner kick for the Millers. As it will be Hudnall who takes the corner kick here. As it ends up falling for the Millers somehow. Jenkins, it either went through her hands or she somehow missed it and then fell into the back post for the Millers.
I did not see who got the last foot on the...
Hey, who scored that goal, guys?
So there were many white jerseys in the box.
Noblesville goal, number 19, Alana Chatterton.
And it looks like Alana Chatterton, number 19, got the last touch on that to get the goal to put Noblesville up 2-1 here with 7:30 left in the second half.
Yeah, you'd assume Davidson's going to bring a lot of his players forward. He's not going to I would assume maybe a 3-back formation, have as many little of defenders as he can back and bring all numbers forward to try and win this game.
And during that goal, number 3, Ashlyn Freeman came in. And as well with Meredith Webster. Molly Harris will have the free kick here from about midfield.
Long arcing ball, just couldn't find the head of anyone. Finds Ellis, who's able to play wide to Webster. Webster driving in, but it will take a touch and run out for a corner kick.
No, don't rush that.
With this being a corner kick, this could be a great opportunity for the Royals to tie it up back here and regain momentum.
So it looks like Molly Harris will now stand over for the corner kick. As Webster initially looked to play it quick to maybe catch the Millers off guard, but ball will come in now.
They get it short to Brown as they lose possession to the Millers.
Jenkins comes off of her line right there and is able to clear it upfield, but Brinlett tries to keep it in play, but will go out of play.
Wolf throws it into Freeman, who gets it up, and looks like the Millers are just trying to play this a little bit slow here as they have a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, they'll be aiming to try and get the ball in the corners, keep it out of any chance for the Royals to try and keep possession here with however much time we have left.
As Chatterton almost got across the back line there, there's a little miscommunication of where the ball was in the sky. And as we are at a short break, we would like to apologize for the camera technical difficulties that we are having. Smith takes possession. Pass out to Johnson, who
plays into nobody right there.
Looks like she didn't get her whole foot underneath that one, as it just goes right to two Noblesville players.
Come on, guys, we gotta have more energy.
It looks like they're going to blow a whistle right there as Wolf kind of came in and took Hudnall out after she even played that ball, so it'll be another free kick for the Millers at midfield with under 4 minutes remaining.
And as we are at a short break, we would like to remind you that Southeastern Sports Network is made possible this year by Skyzone and Fishers off 121st Street. Check out their hours at skyzone.com/Fishers.
Almost fell in right there for the Millers off of that throw-in, but girls will be able to build out of this. As the punt's going to take a bounce, and Brinlett looks for something there, but
it's going to roll back to the goalkeeper, Abby Jenkins. And it looks like she's going to have a goal kick here.
Nobody's even going after it.
And the kick just goes to nobody there, as it took a while for the Royals attack to get on it. And it is cleared back out to midfield. And it looks like a foul was called. And the Royals will have a free kick with Ella Wolf underneath it. As this is another great opportunity for the Royals to tie it up. As she gets it up to directly to a Noblesville player. Ball will roll past Isabel Johnson, who handles it back to Bree Strauss.
Yes, Chariton's going to look to try and keep possession in the corner here.
As 2 minutes remain in this second half, you would think the Royals would be more on the offensive attack.
They just haven't been able to get the ball back. That's the main reason. Noblesville's done a decent job applying the pressure where they need to in the middle of the park. And it just looks like the forwards in the midfield right now are a little bit disconnected ever since the Noblesville got that goal.
Especially on free kicks and goal kicks, it looked like there's been many miscommunications when nobody is there to win the 50-50.
Shot's going to sail over there for, I believe, Anderson, as there's a minute remaining. Still enough time to at least create the opportunity you need to, but they have to go fast, obviously.
Strauss gets it up towards center field, and the Millers have a wide open possession here.
Chariton just tried, as she looks to get that shot if it got blocked, as Wolf will just somehow keep it in play as it's cleared out.
Royals will want to throw this in quickly as they were running out of time with just about 34 seconds remaining. Strauss gets it up, and Wallace will take possession of it at midfield, getting it up to Layla Brown.
Just couldn't find Brown right there. Still some time.
As we are under 10 seconds here. Looks like the game will come to a close.
Smith punts it long, and it'll be another conference championship this year. It's going to be won by the Millers, as it obviously usually comes down to this game, and they made it most when it need to, especially on that corner kick right there, as this ends up being the second loss of the Lady Royal season. This time their first in-state loss, and they might lose that #1 ranking, but as people would know, it is very tough to beat a team twice in a season, and most likely they're going to end up playing Noblesville in the sectionals this year. But this might be the game that drives them towards winning the state championship.
And there's only one goal was scored in the second half by Noblesville that really put them on the put their foot on the accelerator there, as their defensive line just played exceptionally well throughout that second half. And as we come to a close on this broadcast, we would like to remind you that Southeastern Sports Network is made possible by Sky Zone and Fishers this year. Come in and fly with them this fall. Sky Zone and Fishers off 121st Street, reminding you to have fun and fly safe. A big shout out to Sky Zone, who is sponsoring every broadcast for all 3 sports seasons this year for SSN. And as we end this broadcast, the HSE Royals will fall to the conference rivals Noblesville Millers in this one.